Hello, everyone. My name is Lexi, and I'm here to share some exciting PreViser updates with you. Many of you have likely been using the PreViser risk assessment for quite some time. You may be even familiar with Clinical Suite version 4. It looks like this for your reference. You'll notice as I go through the demonstration, Clinical Suite 4 has the light blue bar up at the top, so I'll point that out as we go. Since then, PreViser has continued to listen to your feedback and implement your suggestions. As a result, we have an even better version, Clinical Suite 5, which includes many enhancements that you have recommended. Starting March 31st, Clinical Suite 4 will no longer be accessible. What does that mean for you? I encourage you to watch the rest of this video and become familiar with Clinical Suite 5. If you have not already, there is no action that you must take today or on March 31st. But if you want to get a jump start, I am here to tell you how to update your shortcuts prior to the launch. I'll also give you an overview of the features if you are not familiar with Suite 5. Otherwise, the PreViser team will automatically forward you to Clinical Suite 5 starting March 31st. As a reminder, PreViser is most compatible with Google Chrome, so I will use that for my example today. I will note that Clinical Suite 5 is not compatible with Microsoft Internet Explorer. So let's begin. Here. Alrighty. I'll ask that you go to your desktop and find your PreViser shortcut icon. Mine looks like this. Go ahead and open it up, and you'll notice that again, this is Clinical Suite 4, and you can tell by the light blue bar up at the top. Now I'll ask you to minimize your web browser and go back to your desktop and find your shortcut. Right-click on the icon and select Delete. This will remove the shortcut from your desktop. Go back to your PreViser login screen on Clinical Suite 4. In the top right corner will be Try New Version Clinical Suite 5. Once you notice the black bar up at the top, you will identify that you are in Clinical Suite 5. Now let's create our shortcut. Go to the top right corner and find the three dots. Scroll down to More Tools and Create Shortcut. PreViser Clinical Suite will auto-populate and select Create. Go back to your desktop and you'll notice the PreViser icon or a possible Google Chrome icon will appear. You'll want to look for the PreViser Clinical Suite name underneath, and that will be your newly created shortcut. I'll ask that you open that up, and you will now be on Clinical Suite 5. Let's go here. Alrighty. I will point out to all of your old login, username, password, and PIN numbers will all work on Clinical Suite 4 and Clinical Suite 5. So there is no worries to change your passwords. They can all stay the same. They will all transfer over automatically. So let's log in here. You'll notice that the layout has a much more modern feel, but the function is still relatively the same. So I'll point out what's new. The search function. You can now search by patient first name, last name, and date of birth. We've also added an additional HIPAA compliant piece where you can hide the patient first and last names. For today's example, I'll go into patient Luke, and I'll highlight another new feature that we have, which is the health questionnaire. This is one of our most exciting new features that offices have asked for. The health questionnaire can be sent by email or QR code. To send the email, select Send by Email button, enter the email of the patient, and hit send. To open on a different device, you'll access the QR code. The patient can then scan the QR code on their device and fill it out right then and there. They will then be prompted to answer the non-clinical questions of the risk assessment. Once this is completed, the health questionnaire can be loaded into the patient record for a future assessment. Now the clinician only needs to answer the clinical related questions, which makes it even faster to complete a risk assessment. The next enhancement is the report. You'll notice the brighter colors, easier to understand patient language, and graphs that make it simple for a patient to determine their oral health progress. The reports are also available in English or Spanish and can be shared with the patient through a print or email feature. Clinical Suite 5 is also compatible with a mobile device or a tablet. I encourage you to try the platform on numerous devices to see what works best for your routine in your office. As I mentioned earlier, there is no action that you must take today, but I recommend you become familiar with Clinical Suite 5 and take advantage of all the new features. If you have any questions, please reach out to the PreViser team for assistance. You can send an email to help@previser.com or call 888-854-0007. Thank you for continuing to use PreViser and improve the oral health of your patients.